Hi everyone. So, this Woody character in Toy Story represents just like Oliver Wood in Harry Potter. And remember how Oliver Woods basically wears a red Quidditch uniform representing Satan? But the sign for Gryffindor is a lion, which represents just like Aslan in Narnia. And that's the good part, because obviously like Aslan represents either God or Jesus. Now, because like when Aslan gets sacrificed, it represents just like Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. So, right, you see how this picture of Woody right here represents blending the iron with the clay, blending the light with the dark, blending the good with the bad. Because you see the blue on him for Jesus Christ, but you also see the yellow and red on him for Satan. And in the background, you see all of this sky and clouds representing heaven. Well, it's just like Iron Man has yellow and red on his armor. See, even here, there's an Illuminati pyramid on his chest. Now, right, they always make Iron Man to appear to be your hero. Um, Even they have this Iron Man triathlon thing, uh, which is like a charitable thing, and it represents trying to finish the race to keep faith in Jesus Christ. See, finish and race. So, the Croatia versus Czech Republic match in Euro 2016 last night, there was lots of symbolism in this. Like, right, number one, there was these flares being thrown onto the pitch, and obviously, like, the smoke coming out of those flares represents the 911 smoke beast rising. It also represents just like the smoke that came out of the twin towers and stuff like that as well. But like even like the smoke coming out of hell or the bottomless pit, like even the fire on the ground represents like the fire that will be on the ground when the bottomless pit opens up or begins to open up. See the score says 2-2. Just like you have Revelation 22, which is Eden restored, and John and the angel, and Epilogue, invitation and warning. So it says here, look, I am coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give to each person according to what they have done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. So you see the number 13 right here. Just like you have the number 23 film with Jim Carrey. So, you see the 3 in 23, but you also see the 3 in 13. It represents just like 322 for Skull and Bones. But see the 2 and the 3. Basically, right, you also the number 23 represents Revelation 21:23, where it says, the city does not need the sun or the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and the Lamb is its lamp. The Lamb is Jesus Christ. So, this is to do with the sun that is on the Freemason Royal Arch. And this lamp part is to do with, like, the 7 lampstands. See the 7 golden lampstands mentioned right here? Golden, representing the golden age. Because, right, this lamp even represents just like the lamp that is in Aladdin. the genie is even blue, representing Jesus Christ, and that's why that's why Robin Williams played him. So so here it says Alpha, just like you have Alpha Centauri in Doctor Who. See, he's only got one eye, just like the Eye of Horus. Her arms represent tentacles. Actually, I'm just going from memory here because if I remember rightly, she doesn't even have a sex. But yeah, I mean her voice sounds more like a girl's than a man's anyway. But so obviously Joe Grant represents the woman of the Bible, just like Sarah Jane does in this other serial. See the woman right here? That's who Sarah Jane and Joe Grant represent. Most of the female companions in Doctor Who do. See Omega right here? He talks about the wrath of Omega. Sorry, he talks about the wrath of Omega, which could represent the wrath of Satan. See the red behind it? See the red behind him right here for Satan? And Omega is even mentioned in... If I can just find it. Where's it gone? Right here. See? Omega. So... see how they're doing this thing with this seal type thing here? Well, this is in the Mummy movie. Well, if we look at the Doctor Strange trailer, you'll see the same thing.
You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole.
Did you see that just then? I'll show it again.
Looking at the world through a keyhole. Through a keyhole.
It's hard to catch.
Looking at the world.
Okay, it's not exactly the same, but it represents the same thing. This represents this. It represents opening the seals to the bottomless pit.
I'm still on the trail of this, but I've seen it several places, in several different ways. This represents turning the wheel of the Great Tribulation.
Yeah, it can also represent that as well.
I've never seen a mummy look like this before. He's still juicy. It says
The scientific, spiritual way to see this is that they have to put this thing back together so they can kill it. It's replayed over and over again in all the movies, exactly like Harry Potter.
there is one who is brought back to life.
See how the mummy represents Voldemort?
A sacred reward to kill all who open this chest.
This represents the Dead Rising, just like on that Illuminati card game cover.
In so doing, he will no longer be the undead, but a plague upon this earth.
Just as in this movie, he was trying to get put back together. And there's the guy with the fez hat again, just as we saw in the hieroglyph.
When he's talking about the guy with the fez hat, well, there's a guy just like this in Doctor Who Pyramids of Mars.
And in the movies, and in Doctor Who. Here he is. Serious trouble.
See this Oded Fur guy? He was also in the Resident Evil movie, which is also about the Dead Rising. and he's your religious type character, and that's why he could even be your Jesus type character, and that's why when he dies in Resident Evil Extinction, his character that represents like sacrificing the lamb. Like it represents just like Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. Like when I don't know if all of you have seen Resident Evil Extinction, but basically like he's driving this lorry truck type thing, and then he basically uses his fag to set all of the zombies alight, but at the same time it sets him alight, which kills him. And there's like an explosion and everything. But basically, it's no surprise that Oded Fehr, this same guy that was in the Mummy, like the Mummy films and the Resident Evil films, is now going to be in this Marvel's Most Wanted film. No, sorry, TV series. And basically, John Hannah, who plays Jonathan in the Mummy films, he's also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is another Marvel thing. See the pyramid right here behind him, the Illuminati pyramid, and this thing looking like a cube behind him represents the Islam cube and the Tesseract and everything. Like even this thing in Star Wars: The Old Republic on the planet Oricon, this represents the Islam cube as well, and the Tesseract and everything. Remember how I've said in previous videos that the dragon and the shark represent the same thing? Well, it's no surprise then that the American version of Dragon's Den is called Shark Tank. They even mentioned this on Graham Norton last night. So, see this character Joe in The Last of Us? He's got his back to you, just like Doctor Strange has his back to you in those posters, and even just like that little kid had his back to you in that Euro 2016 thing. See, he's got a backpack on. Just like Barry Burton has his back to you and he's got a backpack on in Resident Evil Revelations 2. See the dead rising right there? Doctor Strange even has his back to you in this trailer. See right there? And the backpack as well.
You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole.
Keyhole representing just like the keyhole that the clown has to put the key in to open the abyss. So, see the smiler right here in Doctor Who? Well, it's just like this smiler ride. Like this roller coaster. See how it looks like it's hypnotizing, doing the hypnotization thing? Just like the Cheshire Cat. Just like the snake in Jungle Book. See the sharks in Shark Tale? Coming after these Women of the Bible characters. Even this shark in Finding Nemo. Even this shark in Finding Nemo coming after Dory, aka the Woman of the Bible. See how Dory's blue for Jesus Christ? See the clown? See the clownfish right there, representing the clown?